Hello friends! Texas, one of the southern states of the United States, is facing a serious challenge from the invasion of millions of wild monkeys. This monkey species is causing significant damage to the city, estimated at about 75 million USD per year. The monkey invasion is causing a series of serious problems. Please leave number 1 and start exploring this issue with us right now. It is estimated that between 4,000 and 5,000 wild monkeys are causing havoc in Texas. They affect people's psychology when operating in residential areas and even entering buildings where people live. They also cause traffic jams due to street activity, creating anxiety and insecurity for residents and drivers. This problem has existed for a long time and is still not resolved. Drastic intervention from the government and the community is needed to find effective solutions to solve this problem. Hunters in Texas have found a countermeasure by repelling wild monkeys without harming them. If you are curious about this measure, please comment number 2. This method helps prevent monkeys from getting close to the protected area by using solar fence installation technology. This fence resembles barbed wire with lots of smooth wire and metal posts to hold the wire in place. These components are connected to a control station containing solar batteries to provide electricity. The system can be installed flexibly, suitable for the area that needs protection. However, hunters also need to pay attention to installing fences in locations where monkeys often pass by. Safety instructions should be followed to avoid unwanted accidents. Do you find this measure strange? If your area does not apply this method to handle monkeys, please comment number 0 below. In addition, hunters also install monkey repellers that operate based on the mechanism of emitting sound waves, helping to chase monkeys out of the city area. When the machine operates, it emits high frequencies that humans cannot hear, but monkeys can feel. Installing an insect repellent is quite easy. Usually the machine is designed with a stand or hanging hole for installation on the ground or hanging on the wall. The device needs to be placed in a protected location, ensuring the device's solar panels receive enough light to charge. Sound waves attack the monkey's hearing and nerves, causing pain and discomfort. Special multi-channel, high-power ultrasonic monkey repellers, available in Texas, emit high-intensity ultrasound waves from 10 to 65 kilohertz, which is beyond the hearing range of humans and most domestic pets, except pests. These sounds penetrate directly into the monkey's brain and nervous system, making them uncomfortable. With simple and effective installation, animal repellents become a convenient method for controlling pests in densely populated areas. A further countermeasure in densely populated areas of Texas is to deter monkeys using spiced food. With increased urbanization, monkeys frequently visit residential areas in search of food. To solve this situation, Texans have developed a unique method. infusing spicy substances or other flavorings into fruits and foods to repel monkeys. For example, they can add hot peppers to bananas, carrots or nuts to make monkeys not want to eat them. This measure is considered effective in a short time because monkeys usually stay away from foods with pungent smells and tastes. However, monkeys can adapt to the spicy taste and continue to find ways to approach the food, despite the unpleasant taste. When dealing with the problem of invasive monkeys, feeding them food to attract them can be ineffective and even harmful to other animals. Therefore, a safer and more effective method is to use special iron cage traps designed to trap monkeys. These traps can humanely capture monkeys, helping to control their numbers and prevent entry into populated areas. This iron cage trap is usually shaped like a rectangular box with flat edges, with a small tube and doors at both ends. Traps are often placed in places where monkeys live and search for food. When monkeys enter the trap to get food, the trap door will automatically close, keeping them safely inside without causing injury. Each trap can catch 50 to 100 monkeys, depending on their size. Inside the iron cage trap, you can place foods that monkeys like to ensure they can easily enter the trap. This method is not only effective but also safe, helping to control the number of monkeys entering residential areas without harming them. The Snake Arms Style 550L shotgun is a very popular hunting tool in the Texas hunting community. With its powerful power, this tool can target at speeds of up to 1,000 feet per second, making it the ideal choice for hunting monkeys in complex areas.
Yeah, got it.
With the ability to use both tungsten and lead powder, users have the flexibility to adapt to different hunting situations. This device can also adjust 3 different brightness levels, helping hunters easily align and capture targets accurately. In addition, these hunting tools are highly appreciated for their performance with low gas consumption and diverse drug loading capabilities. Thanks to the special regulator and compressor, users can refill quickly and conveniently, allowing for uninterrupted hunting. Using this device, hunters can kill about 10,000 wild monkeys each year. However, this measure also causes many ethical controversies. Knocking down wild monkeys is the most common method in Texas for population control, but it is also one of the most controversial. the contrary, some communities believe that this method of killing wild monkeys is cruel and unnecessary. However, many proponents of this method believe it is the most effective way to control invasive wild monkey populations. Maintaining a balance between controlling monkey populations in the natural environment and ethical considerations remains a major challenge. Solving this problem requires careful consideration between controlling wild monkeys and other animals. After watching the entire video, which countermeasure do you feel is the most effective? Please comment number 1 if you support the measure of building electric fences using solar energy, or comment number 0 if you disagree with the way Texans hunt. Thank you for watching the entire video. Please like and subscribe to the channel to watch the latest videos about hunters' measures to deal with wild monkeys. From the 1850s until now, the number of fed cats has increased to 3 million, becoming one of the most significant wild cat species in Australia. It is estimated that from 1.4 to 6.3 million feral cats have become a serious threat to wildlife in this country. They were initially brought into Australia to control the rat population, but when they became feral, they became uncontrollable and began preying on wild species, causing ecological imbalance. The reason why the number of feral cats has increased so much is because feral cat populations are able to sustain themselves and reproduce successfully thanks to abundant food sources. Females can give birth on average twice per year, allowing for a significant increase in the number of feral cats in Australia. First, the fur cat's breeding time takes place in spring, and then again in late summer and early fall. After birth, they will stay with their mother until about 7 months old, after which they disperse and live alone. This led to a rapid increase in the feral cat population, with each individual giving birth to dozens of different litters, causing them to invade all over Australia. While the number of feral cats has spiked, Australians have faced food shortages due to their invasion. To solve this problem, several countermeasures have been implemented. Surprised to learn that hunting wild cats often takes place at night, with a complex process that requires careful preparation and specialized skills. Using equipment such as infrared goggles and flashlights is necessary to locate feral cats in the dark, and shooting distances at night need to be calculated precisely to ensure effectiveness. to ensure safety during hunting. The hunter needs to achieve the appropriate distance from the target without endangering himself or surrounding creatures. Choosing the right location is an important part of this process, helping them have a clear view and avoiding endangering other animals, especially rabbits that can be mistakenly shot during the process of hunting wild mice. In addition to using hunting tools, Australians also use cage traps to catch feral cats, a method considered safe and not harmful to them. The process of installing cage traps requires caution and understanding of this animal's behavior. Choosing an installation location is usually near areas where feral cats often appear, or places with signs of them such as footprints or cat feces. Cage traps should be placed in safe places, away from risks to humans and other animals. Next, you need to prepare an attractive bait such as food or a scent that your cat likes. After choosing the bait, carefully place it in the trap to ensure the attraction is not reduced. It is very important to set up the trigger mechanism of the trap so that when the cat enters, the trap will close quickly and safely. Adjusting this mechanism requires sensitivity and precision to ensure effective operation of the trap. Traps are often placed in areas where cats are commonly found, such as urban areas where they often forage for food. Organizations or government agencies often conduct medical examinations and markings before releasing them or implementing sterilization measures to minimize the impact of feral cats on biodiversity and predict the effects of feral cats. Them to Australian wildlife. They are often transferred to sterilization areas for health checks and to determine whether they carry any diseases. The sterilization process not only helps control the increase in feral cat numbers, but also ensures that subsequent releases do not cause loss of biodiversity or spread of infectious diseases. Treatment of the disease has played an important part in reducing the number of feral cats each year in Australia, thanks to the effectiveness of the Feral Cat Management Program. The number of cats in the wild has decreased significantly, helping the country's ecological balance. This proves the success of using traps. Veterinary centers are also especially interested in choosing sterilization tools from leading brands such as Becton Dickinson, BD, Midtronic, 3M, and many others, offering a wide range of cat sterilization tools, from separators and needles to the top players. For an experienced veterinarian, it is very important to perform the surgery correctly and require the cat to fast and drink water before surgery. Instructions on sterilization of instruments need to be carried out properly and ensure quality. Closely monitor your cat's health condition and provide them with appropriate nutrition. They require recovery time after sterilization surgery, which usually takes 10 to 14 days. Some people do not support the hunting of feral cats because they believe that cats also play an important role in the local ecosystem and contribute to the natural balance. They are actually arguing that feral cats are not the only cause of biodiversity loss, and that there are other methods of controlling feral cat populations that do not require hunting. Some people are also concerned about the negative effects of feral cat removal on other animals and the natural environment. They argue that eliminating feral cats could have a series of undesirable consequences, including an increase in rodent populations or the proliferation of other pest species. After watching this entire video, what do you think about the measures to deal with the feral cat problem? Please comment number 1 if you have a cat and share your views. Have you ever been curious about how farmers handle wild boar meat after hunting? Let's explore this journey together. Don't hesitate to leave the number 1 in the comments if you want to join us. The one who makes the sounds of the wild. The pigs are currently running away from the hunters. So what did they do to deserve being chased like that? Do you know? In America, encountering wild boars wandering along the roadside is quite common. They often appear suddenly in crowded cities, as if their surroundings were their natural habitat. This behavior poses numerous challenges to the surrounding environment. So what is the reason behind the destructive actions of wild boars? Let's follow along to the end of the video to learn that many believe the intrusion of wild boars may stem from their struggles in finding food, forcing them to invade urban areas in search of sustenance. Loss of natural habitat may result from deforestation, climate change, or human intervention, which has prompted them to seek food in urban areas. Their adaptation to this new environment is often attributed to the availability and accessibility of food in urban areas, driven by their survival needs. What do you think? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Of course, farmers cannot allow the sounder wild boar invasion to continue without taking action. They use traps to catch this sounder wild boar. However, what is worth noting here is that after wild boars were caught in traps, farmers used guns to destroy them. This raises questions about the purpose of this action by farmers. Some people choose to participate directly in the sounder boar hunt, not only for the task but also for the adventure and excitement it brings. They prepare meticulously with the right equipment and weapons, and practice their skills to deal with unexpected situations in the wild. This is not just about killing wild boars, but also an opportunity to explore the beauty of wild nature and experience the excitement and tension of chasing prey in harsh environments. Do you like the way Americans handle this? If you like it, leave your number 1 in the comments. Farmers in the United States must comply with specific regulations regarding the disposal of wild boar carcasses after hunting to support this. Direct contact with local wildlife management agencies helps ensure that wild boar carcasses are disposed of safely and do not cause pollution or spread of disease in the surrounding area. The Texas area is famous for being one of the epicenters of the invasive feral swine problem. An estimated 2 million wild boars live here, causing millions of dollars in damage to agriculture and the environment each year. The sudden increase in wild boar numbers has created an emergency situation, requiring strong management and control measures from both communities and state governments. According to wildlife management agencies, wild boars are considered a major risk in spreading dangerous diseases to both humans and domestic animals. Among these diseases, African swine fever is a notable threat, with the potential to cause serious consequences for livestock and human health. Furthermore, wild boars can also attack humans, especially when they feel threatened or perceive danger. This creates a potential risk when interacting with them, especially in areas where wild boars feel stressed or uncomfortable. So, how do farmers deal with this situation? If you are in their area, can you spare these wild boars? To solve this situation, many farmers have chosen hunting as an effective control method. Although wild boars are very agile, they cannot escape the pursuit of experienced hunters. Each wild boar is usually taken down within seconds, ensuring safety and minimizing risks to both the community and the agricultural environment. However, in a rapidly evolving agricultural environment like Texas, feral pig control has become necessary to protect community livelihoods and assets. Some residents in Texas have adopted a unique method to fight feral hogs. They used a private plane to conduct the pursuit. As the plane takes off, hunters are lifted high, ready to embark on a thrilling hunting expedition right from the start. The scene is undeniably impressive, with chaotic images of wild boars fleeing amidst the frenzy. However, they cannot escape the determined pursuit of the hunters on the ground. It is essential to obtain permission from the regulatory authorities before engaging in any hunting activities to ensure safety and compliance with regulations. In cold climates, wild boars develop a thick layer of fur to keep their bodies warm and protect them from the bitter cold. This soft fur provides warmth and is part of an effective insulation system that helps them survive in harsh weather conditions. However, this thick layer of fur poses significant challenges for professional hunters. They are faced with tracking and hunting wild boar in snow-covered environments, where finding and reaching targets is more difficult than ever. In Texas, residents not only stop at hunting wild pigs, but also choose to domesticate and raise them on farms. However, this is not easy because of the wild and ferocious nature of wild boars. Taming them requires patience, special skills, and safety measures to handle unexpected situations effectively. When wild boars reach adulthood, they are often carefully processed and then sold to the market. Wild boar meat is then used to cook and prepare many delicious and attractive dishes, from frying and grilling to roasting and stir-frying soup. Many creative and attractive dishes are made from wild boar meat, depending on each person's preferences and cooking style. Would you like to try wild boar meat if you have the chance? Welcome to Canada, a majestic country famous for its beautiful natural landscapes spread over a total area of 9,984,670 square kilometers. But as beautiful as it is, it's incredible to look at what Canadians face every day. Wild pests appear around urban areas, not just attacking people. It also causes unpredictable damage to trash cans and the surrounding environment. This intrusion caused farmers in the area to face unrelenting anger and anxiety. Their town, where farmers lived, did not wish for the intrusion of wild boars to continue. Therefore, they decided to implement hunting measures to control the presence of wild boars. It is worth noting that these measures are completely legal and even encouraged, seen as a kind of game to prevent the spread of Canadian super pigs.
Jesus Christ, you.
Conditions to participate are simple. Just make sure you are old enough and have a hunting license. Then you can participate in this activity completely legally. However, if you do not support this method, please share another method that can effectively catch an entire herd of wild pigs without having to spend a lot of time and effort hunting them in the wild. One of those methods is using cage traps. Cage traps are specially designed with an opening in the trap door and use food as bait to deceive feral pigs. When they enter the trap to eat the bait, the trap door automatically closes, effectively capturing the entire herd. This design not only improves the efficiency of catching forest worms, but also minimizes the risk of their detection and avoidance. Where did these wild boar herds come from? Let's continue to explore wild boar that are mainly native to areas such as Asia, Europe, and North Africa, where wild forms of pigs have been domesticated and bred for thousands of years. Do you know when wild emerald ash boars were imported into Canada? In the late 1980s, wild emerald boars were introduced from Europe to Canada with the purpose of diversifying genetic resources in livestock farming. Some individuals brought wild emerald boars to Canada as game species. After a while, small populations of these feral pigs multiply and spread very quickly, making them one of the most invasive mammal species in Canada. Canada boasts diverse forest areas, including mixed forest and prairie cover. About 14% of the land area is typically flat lowland used for agriculture and livestock, which facilitates beneficial for many different wildlife species, including wild emerald ash boars. These wild emerald boar species have been identified in all 10 Canadian provinces and 3 territories, showing a high degree of adaptability to a diverse range of habitats. The adaptation of wild boars to harsh environments is shown by the fact that they equip themselves with thick, dense fur in winter. This fur not only keeps the body warm on cold days, but also creates a solid layer of protection against cold wind and falling snow. This adaptability helps wild boars become more flexible in finding food and moving through different, challenging environments. Wild boar populations are growing steadily and exhibiting remarkable independence in Canada's rich food environment. The adaptive characteristics of wild boars are not only a sign of adaptation to diverse habitats, but also an improvement in their survival ability and expansion of their living range in this area. You already know that, in addition to causing damage to agriculture, wild boar herds also create other major problems for communities, frequently entering farmers' fields. They gnaw on corn plants and cause unpredictable losses each crop. But what is more remarkable? Aggression is caused not only by a few individuals, but also by the participation of the whole herd every year. The activities of wild boar herds cause billions of dollars in damage to crops, affecting not only the economy but also threatening the economic and ecological balance in the region. Rewinding time, we can see that Canada is famous for its temperate climate, creating favorable conditions for agricultural corn that has become the top choice of farmers. The main reason behind this preference is not only the short harvest time but also the simple care requirements and reasonable market price that corn has given you all the effort to take care of the field, but now the forest invades and destroys everything. Will you forgive them? Keep watching until the end of the video to see how this battle plays out. You know what animal scares wild boars? It's none other than these extremely aggressive hunting dogs. When they identify a target, they show determination to take down the boars. Some farmers have tried to put up fences to keep out wild pigs, but without looking here you can see that wild stem boars have the flexibility to sneak over and easily escape the fence, making it ineffective. Result of their intelligence. The most effective way to deal with the wild boar problem seems to be to use hunting methods. Before starting the hunt, the most important thing is to prepare thoroughly. Make sure you are equipped with a suitable and powerful hunting rifle to face the wild pigs. Checking gun ammunition and related accessories carefully before starting is an important step that cannot be overlooked. In addition, choosing clothes that are odor resistant and have colors suitable for the forest environment is also necessary. Finally, don't forget to bring the necessary documents and hunting license to ensure you have a perfect day of hunting and no legal problems. A feast with a menu of delicious wild boar meat will be an experience not to be missed after a day of hunting. Do you want to try hunting? Hunting wild pigs is not only an entertaining experience, but also opens up the opportunity to enjoy a unique type of meat with a characteristic delicious flavor. Meat preparation methods can vary from grilling and roasting to marinating in soy sauce to enhance the natural flavor. However, not everyone appreciates wild pork, with only a few enjoying it. Canada's ecosystem is gradually being destroyed by wild emerald ash boars. How did Canadian farmers deal with wild boars? Leave number 1 and find out with me now. After 3.5 months of pregnancy, this wild boar gave birth to 8 wild boar cubs. Here is the farmer's farm after about a week. The baby wild boars begin to walk and eat plants around the area. They dig up the plants they like, and they eat insects on the leaves. The pigs then go to the lake shore to drink water and find more food, making the area around the lake heavy, contaminated. Wild boars use their snouts to find larvae and worms under the mud. Wild boar are a concern for Canadians. What did they do to stop their actions? Once farmers determine the number of wild boar herds and know about their activities, their routine is to start preparing traps to catch a series of wild boars. This process requires technique and experience because wild boars are very sensitive and alert to potential dangers. However, this could be a way to control wild boar populations and protect the natural environment from their overcrowding. Impact on how many pigs this trap can trap? These are questions that are asked and many people wonder. This trap can hold 10 adult wild boars. Is this trap safe? Of course. Take a look here. These are pigs weighing about 250 to 300 pounds, searching for food at night. In this trap, a lot of grain has been placed, which is an attractive bait for them, as each wild boar enters the trap to enjoy the grain. Other animals in the herd will also continue to come later. It seemed they discovered something, so after a while they felt safe, so they ran away. They continued to enter the trap to eat. After entering the trap, they are very scared and try to break the trap door. Run away when encountering wild boars like this. You should stay away from them. Otherwise, they will attack you. Trapping wild boars can only partially help prevent the growth of wild boar populations. But the pigs that escaped the trap once again ran away, becoming a formidable one. The challenge is to help wild boars learn how to hide in dense forests and mountains that will be their new refuge. Under the shade of forest trees and bushes, they feel safer and are more difficult to catch directly. Have you ever gone into the forest to hunt wild pigs? After a long time of being hunted by wild boars, the wild boar's senses have become very sharp and alert to every hiss of leaves. Changes in the wind or even a distant murmur can agitate them and make them ready to run away. in danger, they will cry out to signal the whole herd, and in the blink of an eye, they can suddenly run away in any direction, even swimming expertly through the water. Hunting wild boars in the mountains becomes quite difficult, especially when they are familiar with the terrain and know how to take advantage of the natural environment to avoid being chased. This is an exciting and challenging adventure race. Hunters require patience and skill to be able to deal with wild pigs in the wild. In this area, two farmers will go to the observation deck to wait for wild boars. You see this herd of wild boars is quite large. Can you count how many wild boars there are? Please leave the number of wild boars you counted below in the comments section. In a herd, the process of hunting wild boar is an adventurous and challenging task, requiring patient skills and an understanding of the behavior of wild animal hunters. Note, they often have to use wild tricks like tracks and scent to find the pig's location when close enough. The hunt becomes an exciting race between humans and wild boars. Hunters must have agility and skill in using traditional methods or modern weapons to kill targets quickly and effectively. In terms of immersing yourself in the wild and facing the challenges of the natural environment, it should be noted that wild boar hunting must comply with regulations and laws on environmental and wildlife protection to ensure the sustainability of this activity. A very unique measure is being implemented here to control the growth of the wild boar population. This tiger has been equipped with GPS and released into the forest. Canadian farmers will allow the tiger to attack and hunt wild boars, one of the species that terrify wild boars because of their fast attack speed. Black bears are exactly famous in Canada. They have greater strength than wild boars, so catching and controlling them is also much easier. One brown bear caught a young wild boar in one evening, showing that this measure is effective in preventing the growth of wild boar populations. Do you like this method? If so, leave the number 1. Otherwise, if you don't like it, leave the number 0 in the comments section. Australia has approximately 300 to 400 invasive animal species spread across Australia. Among them, The most prominent is the dingo dog that was brought to Australia as a hunting animal. However, they later became a serious problem, causing damage to Australia's agriculture and natural environment. They have become one of the leading invasive species, causing damage to native wildlife, causing ecological imbalance and creating significant costs for governments and farmers to control and mitigate their negative effects. The most important thing is that dingo dogs directly affect the economy and livestock. Farmers living in Australia told me that dingo dogs cause about $60 million in damage each year to Australian livestock farms, especially sheep farming. The reason they attack sheep is usually due to their hunting instincts and adaptations to their natural habitat. The parts of the dingo dog that affect its hunting behavior are mainly its sharp canines and the ability to move quickly, helping them attack and kill target opponents effectively. In recent years, dingo dogs have caused serious damage to kangaroo populations with their fast-running speed and hunting skills. They often take advantage of this ability to chase kangaroos, causing discomfort to the kangaroo population, which plays an important role in maintaining ecosystem balance by controlling the growth of plants and species, other plants. Their sudden decline could lead to environmental damage and a decline in food sources for many people. In Australia, reduced kangaroo numbers due to dingo attacks could have a major economic impact on people who rely on this source of income. This increases pressure on measures to control dingoes and protect kangaroo populations. The most effective method to address the economic and environmental damage caused by dingoes is to use hunting to legally manage dingo populations. However, it is important that the use of dingo hunting equipment comply with wildlife rules and regulations to ensure a balance between controlling dingoes and protecting the natural ecosystem. Although dingoes are harmful to agriculture, hunting methods need to be made more humane and civilized. In addition, the use of hunting weapons can affect the environment because cigarette smoke is released directly into the environment, reducing biodiversity. When it comes to controlling dingoes, there is a more interesting method that does not hurt them, which is to use traps to trap them. One of the common traps used to catch dingoes in Australia is the water trap. This type of trap is designed to grip the dingo's legs as they enter, to keep them from escaping. How to set this trap is extremely important to ensure effectiveness in catching dingoes. Users need to find a suitable location that is usually near paths or trails that dingoes often pass. The trap clamps tightly onto their legs, causing damage and holding them. The use of this leg trap can be considered more effective than the use of hunting equipment, as it helps to safely capture and control dingoes without having to stun. This also helps minimize the risk of harm to humans and other animals in natural habitats. However, the use of foot traps also needs to be done carefully and in compliance with environmental protection regulations and wildlife laws. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to the important mission of controlling wild boars to reduce crop damage for farmers in the United States and Canada. Remember that these skilled hunters are authorized to use firearms for hunting. So please adhere to the laws set by your country and state. If you are ready, please leave number 1 below in the comments section. If you think wild boar hunters are ruthless, consider the consequences they have caused. According to USDA data, the United States corn yield in 2022 was approximately 394 million tons. However, wild boars have inflicted damage of up to 10%. Each year, they ravage crops and cause significant losses, estimated at $5.1 million in the US and around $3.1 million in Canada. Wild boars in the United States, commonly known as European wild boars, Suscrofa, are remarkable wild animals in terms of size and weight. They have a length ranging from 1.2 to 2.1 meters and a shoulder height from 60 to 95 centimeter, with an average weight ranging from 50 to 200 kilogram. However, some individuals can weigh over 300 kilogram depending on environmental conditions and nutrition. Wild boars have coarse and thick fur, with colors varying from brown and black to mixed shades. They are omnivores, consuming a variety of foods such as grains, grass, fruits, and even small animals. Particularly noteworthy is their strong reproductive capability, a crucial characteristic of wild boars, with the ability to give birth to multiple offspring in a year. They can pose a significant threat, capable of causing harm to 5 adults simultaneously. Therefore, caution is advised when encountering them, and it is recommended to avoid areas where wild boars are known to frequent. For small herds of wild boars, farmers can use a net for trapping, just like this. However, if dealing with larger-sized wild boars, the trap needs to be more secure, as you can see in the previous section of the video. Wild boars often choose to live near water sources because water plays a crucial role in their survival and reproduction. Water sources not only provide vital drinking water but also create favorable conditions for breeding and caring for their young. Areas near water also offer protected advantages, as wild boars can use water as a means to evade predators. Additionally, aquatic environments are typically diverse, offering plentiful food sources and hunting opportunities, allowing wild boars to adapt flexibly to their surroundings. Leveraging this understanding, hunters often seek wild boars in marshes, water holes, and along riverbanks.
Jesus.
Before the start of a new hunting season, farmers collaborate with hunters to locate the lairs of wild boars for hunting. This significantly minimizes the damage to crops. However, it's only a reduction, as it's challenging to completely eradicate these wild boars. Due to the abundance of prey, hunters can comfortably choose the best meal for themselves, often opting for newly grown wild boars with tender and flavorful meat. This helps reduce the cost of food for people over time. Wild boars, smart in survival strategies, often prefer to be active at night. This behavior not only helps them avoid high temperatures and glaring sunlight, but also provides safety by avoiding predators. Additionally, feeding at night not only helps them conserve energy from food more efficiently, but also allows them to take advantage of the diverse and unique environment during the nighttime. This habit is a subtle expression of adaptation and flexibility in natural life. However, no matter how wise they are, wild boars cannot escape the keenness of hunters and farmers. Next, we will explore the world of elephants, large, intelligent, and surprising animals. If you are excited about these elephants, please leave number 2 below in the comments section. Elephants, the largest land mammals weighing up to 6 tons, are remarkably fascinating creatures. Their most distinctive feature is their long and flexible trunk, which serves not only for feeding, but also for bathing, and even greeting one another within the herd. Apart from their impressive size, elephants are known for their intelligence and ability to communicate with each other through sounds and gestures. They often live in herds, with the oldest female elephant leading and guiding the herd's activities. As herbivores, elephants primarily feed on leaves, fruits, and grass. The variety in their diet helps them maintain their health and energy, allowing them to thrive in diverse and challenging natural environments. Elephants, one of the mammals with one of the longest gestation periods, last up to 22 months. After giving birth, female elephants invest a considerable amount of time caring for and protecting their calves, which can extend for several years. They are also known as omnivores, capable of consuming various types of food, including fruits and vegetables. With their strong nature and large body, they often show aggression and can attack other animals as an exciting form of entertainment. Not satisfied with their playful instincts, this herd of elephants often amuses themselves by running onto roads, causing traffic jams and inconveniences for humans. This animal shows more daring when not only limited to teasing, but also dares to attack cars on the road. Oh no, unforeseen. The elephants recklessly crossed all limits, directly attacking people's houses, causing significant damage and causing a stir in the community. The dangerous threat from these animals becomes bolder as they attack and threaten passersby, causing people to fear and panic in their attempts to escape. To prevent the danger from ferocious elephants, the people made a strong decision by summoning top hunters. With sophisticated hunting techniques and high precision, this group of hunters took down elephants in just a moment. How do you feel about how people deal with rampaging elephants attacking the city? Please share your opinion with us by leaving a comment below. Wild monkeys often attack and destroy crops, causing damage to agricultural production. Wild monkeys can be a source of dangerous diseases for humans, such as Zika virus, dengue fever, and rabies. They often attack and scratch people, causing the risk of injury and infection. The presence of monkey feces can cause environmental and water pollution, threatening the health of the community. Wild monkeys can become aggressive and attack humans, especially children. They can cause traffic accidents when appearing on the street. Monkeys can also damage public equipment and pose a danger to people using it. It even boldly jumped up to block the car's front. To control the increasing number of wild monkeys, the U.S. government allows the use of controlled hunting methods. This activity is carried out by licensed hunters and is subject to strict regulations. They use common hunting equipment such as guns, traps, and nets. They even use fruits to lure them. Use ripe fruit or other attractive food strategically placed to create an attractive lure. When monkeys approach and try to get food, they will seize the opportunity to catch the monkey. Guns used to hunt monkeys are usually rifles or shotguns, often used with lead bullets or tranquilizer bullets. The hunter will hide and wait for the monkey to appear. When monkeys come close, they will shoot in the head or chest to take down their prey. Hunters are licensed people who know how to use guns and must be knowledgeable about monkey behavior, and also need to be able to handle situations, dangerous situations, and comply with safety regulations. In addition, they use more humane methods with monkeys by using live traps, using cage traps or clamp traps to capture monkeys alive. Traps are placed in areas where monkeys often visit. Wait when the monkey gets caught in the trap. The hunter will come to handle it. Ripe fruits are used as bait to attract monkeys into traps or target areas. Usually the fruits that monkeys like are bananas, mangoes, and papayas. The use of this fruit enhances the effectiveness of traps and reduces the risk of injury to monkeys. Catching monkeys with traps requires patience and skill, with the aim of not causing harm to the animal, and at the same time ensuring the safe collection of data or carrying out necessary measures. Catching monkeys using net traps is a delicate process and requires thoroughness. First, a net system was established tightly and hidden, so as not to arouse suspicion among the monkeys. Nets are often placed in places where monkeys often appear or pass by. Use ripe fruit or other attractive food placed strategically on the net, creating an attractive lure when monkeys approach and try to get food. The net will quickly and effectively close. Catching monkeys using net traps requires patience and skill, with the aim of not causing harm to the animal and at the same time ensuring the safe collection of data or carrying out necessary measures. The controversy surrounding wild monkey hunting always arises with two opposing views. Some people believe that this operation is cruel and unnecessary, while the U.S. government asserts that this is a measure to protect people's health, property, and safety. The wild monkey population is not only an issue confined to a specific area, but is also the collective responsibility of the entire community. Safeguarding our shared habitat and ensuring social well-being are crucial goals. Have you ever encountered a wild monkey before? If so, what measures have you taken to address this situation? Please share your opinions and experiences to collaboratively explore appropriate solutions. Let's create a balance between humans and wild monkeys, allowing all living beings to coexist harmoniously in the same habitat. The bighorn sheep population is increasing rapidly due to high fertility, leading to a shortage of food and living space. This threatens the economic stability of farmers as they attack fields, destroying crops and stockpiles, as well as causing danger to traffic participants when appearing on the highway, causing traffic congestion and unnecessary accidents. They even attacked this car by ramming it directly into the front of the car. Bighorn sheep hunting is becoming an important solution to control encroachment and protect people's livelihoods in the U.S. Therefore, licensing bighorn sheep hunting to farmers is necessary to control number and protect their assets. However, to do this job, hunters need special skills and experience to approach and take down bighorn sheep in rugged, mountainous environments. Hunting needs to be done in a planned and responsible manner, avoiding affecting the genetic diversity of the population and ensuring the safety of both hunters and surrounding people.
Smoked him. He's done.
Is he?
Down.
However, hunting bighorn sheep also poses many challenges, including high adaptability to mountainous environments and the risk of using firearms in residential areas. To address these challenges, it is necessary to improve the skills and knowledge of hunters, coordinate between authorities and local communities, as well as research and apply other control methods such as sterilization. To move. Bighorn lamb is not only a popular dish loved by many people, but is also unique with its rich flavor, combining the deliciousness of beef with its characteristic softness and sweetness. In addition, bighorn lamb is a source of high-quality protein, providing essential vitamins that support brain and nervous system function. If you want to discover a unique and flavorful culinary experience, there's nothing stopping you from enjoying a juicy piece of bighorn lamb. This is definitely an opportunity to discover new flavors and enjoy the characteristic aroma of this meat. The constant invasion of snow geese into cities and farms is a worrying problem, and people are trying to find solutions to stop it. Snow geese freely swim and roam around the lakeshore area, polluting the water source. The dog is bigger, but it is not afraid to attack, even making the dog afraid and run away. These big cows may seem aggressive, but the snow geese don't seem to be scared either. They fly in flocks to invade different fields. In many places, they were exterminated by farmers. Snow geese in the Americas often choose to live in the northern part of the continent, especially in the tundra regions of Alaska, Canada, and the northern United States. They make long migrations from warm lands in the summer to cold lands in the winter in search of food. Texas, Louisiana, and Florida are among the final destinations of their migration. Among the migratory geese, a few attack the city. The cause may stem from changes in the living environment, the scarcity of natural food sources, and the comfort of urban spaces compared to the natural environment. They are animals that reproduce rapidly at an exponential rate and are difficult to control. However, there are quite a few issues when these geese inhabit the streets, especially when they are breeding. It can be particularly dangerous when they are raising their young. For example, this pair of snow geese is willing to threaten passersby to protect their young. In the United States and Canada, hunting regulations are often managed and controlled at the state level. Each state may set unique rules and regulations regarding hunting. In many cases, having a hunting license and complying with specific state regulations is required. Factors such as hunting license, hunting season, types of animals that can be hunted, and especially safety when hunting are the basic principles that need to be paid attention to. To attract the attention of wild geese flying in the sky and call them to swoop down on the fields, hunters often use special tricks. Using artificial bait is one of the important ways to create attraction. The only current method of controlling wild goose invasions of farms and cities is through hunting. Farmers became excellent hunters, protecting their land. Join us for exciting hunts. Remember that you must have a license and follow the regulations if you want to participate. And always respect the laws of your country. Hello friends! On the vast fields and in the jungles of America, dramatic wild boar hunts always take place. American farmers with their expert hunting skills took down countless giant wild boars to protect their crops and livestock from these aggressive animals. Are you curious about their dramatic hunts? Leave number 1 in the comments and we will explore this in the video. Under the shade of the forest, wild pigs reproduce rapidly and pose a strong threat to American agriculture. By 2023, economic losses have reached $2.5 billion due to their rapid increase. Each litter of mother pigs gives birth to about 412 piglets, creating a large number of wild boars, causing severe consequences for farmers. They destroy fields and bulldoze crops. And follow herds of 10 to 50, destroying everything in their path. With a weight of up to 200 pounds and a length of about 6 feet, the mother pig's jaws are sharp. They pose a major threat and often forage on farms, leading to conflicts with humans. Although many measures such as hunting and fencing have been tried, the number of pigs continues to increase.
3, 2. Smoked them.
In cornfields, there is a diverse food source for stem boars, including young corn roots and other parts of the plant. The dense foliage of corn leaves and the height of the corn plant provide protection and shelter for wild pests, keeping them away from light and predators. The ideal habitat in cornfields is why forest worms like to hide here. Each year, wild boars cause significant damage to cornfields during the harvest season, estimated at up to $1 billion USD and accounting for about 15% of total production. If you think the wild pigs deserve to be dealt with, please leave number 1 in the comments section. However, wild pigs also bring some benefits to nature. Helps disperse seeds, control small animal populations, and provide food for other predators. The mother pig often has to search for more food on the farm. This is the main cause of conflict between wild pigs and farmers. Although people have applied many measures to deal with wild boars, such as using traps and building fences, the number of wild pigs still increases. A quick fix to this problem is to use hunting to control the wild pig population and protect crops and people. Hunters need a valid hunting license issued by the state government after the hunter completes a safety course. During the day, wild boars are often wary, making them difficult to approach. Hunters need to have good shooting skills and the ability to move quietly to start hunting. Wild pigs can run at speeds of up to 30 feet per hour. This speed makes hunting difficult, especially in rough terrain. The fastest place to defeat wild pigs in America is the head and the part of the chest where the heart beats. Banting cattle, a wild symbol of Southeast Asia, have shined around the world with their wild instincts and unique beauty. Let's explore the impressive journey of this cow, from its origins in Southeast Asia to its new life in Australia. Originating in the vast forests and green grasslands of Southeast Asia, the banting prefers diverse habitats, from lowlands to open forests. They'd often form herds of 5 to 20 individuals, creating a cohesive and mingling community. The reproductive cycle lasts about 9 months, and baby banting cows are carefully raised by their parents during their early stages of life. Banting cows are famous for their gentleness, in stark contrast to their large appearance and strength. However, their wild instincts push them to move, explore, and sometimes enter residential areas, causing damage to vegetable gardens and farms. In Australia, where banting cattle have adapted to live in the wild, herd management has become an urgent issue. Australian farmers have creatively applied measures to minimize damage and protect the environment. Fences were built to prevent banting cows from accessing livestock and pastures, and a herd management strategy was implemented to control numbers and ensure the health of both cows and humans. Furthermore, the use of banting beef and the development of ecotourism provide new sources of income for the community, contributing to sustainable development. Do you support this innovative banting cattle management method? Please leave your vote. Please leave number 1 if you support. Otherwise, leave number 0 below the comment section. Let's join hands to protect the environment and promote sustainable development, to create a bright future for both people and banting, the impressive wild visitors from Southeast Asia. The absence of natural predators, such as gray wolves, coupled with abundant food sources, has led to a rapid proliferation of wild boars. Their high adaptability and fast reproductive rate have turned them into aggressive invaders, causing $22 million in damages to the agriculture industry in Italy annually. If you want to know how Italian farmers tackle this invasive species, please leave the number 1 below in the comments section. The increasing presence of wild boars is not only confined to rural areas, but also extends to urban areas. They They intelligently utilize waste and food from humans, creating a potential hazard to the safety and health of the community. Wild boars pose a threat to traffic in Italy. When they cross roads in long lines, they cause traffic jams. In cases like this, when motorcyclists are traveling on the highway, wild boars running across the road have caused accidents, resulting in injuries and vehicle damage. They often cause damage to crops by consuming grass seeds and other cultivated plants, resulting in significant losses for agriculture. Moreover, wild boars also inflict harm on livestock herds, especially piglets. In December 2022, the government of Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni issued an order to cull wild boars in Rome. However, this decision faced strong opposition from animal rights activists. Hunters were permitted to use bows to kill wild boars and harvest their meat. Moreover, hunting wild boars was permitted even in areas where hunting is typically prohibited, such as urban areas and conservation areas. In July 2023, Mayor Nicola Fiorita of Catanzaro also authorized the culling of 30 roaming wild boars in a park within the city. In an effort to protect farms and prevent damage caused by wild boars, farmers are often willing to collaborate with hunters. They provide information about the activities and locations of wild boars, helping hunting groups effectively identify their targets. With their hunting skills and understanding of wild boar behavior, hunters play a crucial role in controlling and reducing the population of this species. The use of bows is one of the common methods that hunters employ to eliminate wild boars. Bows allow them to access remote forested areas without creating loud noises, giving them the opportunity to approach and accurately shoot wild boars without causing disturbance. Do you enjoy hunting with bows like this? Do you know where these wild boars come from? Wild boars, originally from Southeast Asia, arrived in Europe about 5 million years ago and became a favorite food source for many civilizations. Living in herds, they have strong bonds with sows and piglets. In the early 20th century, wild boars were nearly extinct due to deforestation and the expansion of agriculture. However, after World War II, Italy's economy developed. Forests began to recover, providing conditions for wild boars to thrive once again. Hunting wild boars is a crucial strategy used to control their population in Italy. Hunting activities take place throughout the year, but adhere to government regulations. There are two main types of hunting carried out in Italy. The first type is seasonal hunting, typically occurring from September to December, when wild boars are most active. This allows hunters to use various methods, such as hunting tools and traps, to manage the wild boar population. The second type is government-planned hunting activities, which occur in areas where wild boars cause the most damage. Have you ever tried hunting from a boat? This is truly a unique opening method. Creates an exceptional hunting experience, causing the wild boar's natural wariness to drop in a serene atmosphere. They do not sense potential danger, and each wild boar seems unable to resist as they fall to the ground, oblivious to the punishment these wild pigs must have faced. Although hunters in Italy can kill about 295,000 wild boars annually, but the reality is that wild boars reproduce at a faster rate. Zoologist Andrea Monaco, who has studied wild boars for more than 20 years at the Italian Institute for Environmental Protection and Research, ISPRA, in Rome, said that each year, wild boar populations can increase by 150%. A helicopter wild boar hunting adventure is not only an exciting experience but also a fascinating challenge. Hunters will experience dramatic moments when searching for wild boars from above, then using hunting tools to take them down, in compliance with the law. To ensure effectiveness when taking down wild boars, hunters often choose when they are moving or feeding in open areas will help them more easily reach their targets. Every year, hundreds of thousands to several million wild boars are hunted, creating a significant challenge for hunters. When a target is detected, the hunter will immediately notify the pilot, and both will fly together to the animal's location. From there, hunters will target and use hunting tools to take down targets, especially wild boars. The method is usually performed by taking down from the back of the head or neck, ensuring the process is quick and effective. The average visual range of a helicopter when hunting is 750 feet, which is enough for the hunter to be able to hit the target. However, advanced hunting devices can operate at ranges of 1,000 feet, expanding the possibilities of hunting in a variety of locations. So how do you like to participate in the hunt? If you want to experience the hunt, leave number 2. If you like the thrill of hunting on a plane, don't hesitate to leave number 3 in the comments section below. However, their dominance is not always unchallenged, especially when they encounter fierce hunting dogs. In this confrontation, hunting dogs often demonstrate their determination and hunting skills. They can chase and capture wild boars, forcing them to flee for their lives. So, in your opinion, who will win in the showdown between hunting dogs and wild boars? Ferocious hunting dogs are often formidable opponents of wild boars. However, it should be noted that many wild pig species have adapted to harsh weather conditions, including snow-covered areas, by developing a thick layer of fur that retains heat and shields them from the cold, freezing. The wild boar's dense fur not only helps them avoid getting wet when walking through deep snow, but also creates a unique visibility. Besides, their ability to dig deep makes it possible for them to penetrate many different locations, even military areas. The competition between hunting dogs and wild boars becomes fascinating, as packs of ferocious hunting dogs are not only strong opponents but also a significant threat to forest boars. They have to run away to protect their lives. This confrontation brings tension and drama, making hunting more exciting. During the wild boar hunting journey, training hunting dogs plays an important role to ensure effectiveness and safety of the hunt. Training hunting dogs to handle wild boars requires patience, skill, and a deep understanding of both animals. First of all, choosing a dog to train is very important. Breeds with good tracking and searching abilities are preferred, such as wolfhounds, beagles, or bloodhounds. These dogs often have good noses and the ability to run fast, helping them easily find scent trails and track wild boars. The training process begins with educating the dog about the smell of wild boar and how to track it. Dogs are placed in a simulated environment and trained to recognize and track the scent of wild boar through the use of scent patterns and special training techniques. Next, dogs are trained to learn how to track and signal the presence of wild boars. These techniques include recognizing the sounds, tracks, and other markings of wild boars, and learning to signal to guides when they spot a target. Finally, the dog is trained to cooperate with the guide during the hunt. They must learn to follow instructions and work as a team with the guide to ensure the hunt takes place safely and effectively. In short, training hunting dogs so they can hunt wild boar requires hard work and patience from both the trainer and the dogs themselves. But with the right technique and dedication, they can be reliable partners in wild boar hunting. However, before applying hunting methods, Italian farmers often take initial measures such as planting plants that are not attractive to wild boars, building sturdy fences and choosing fruit and vegetable crops, suitable tubers. However, these measures are often not effective enough to control wild boar populations. In addition to hunting, farmers and hunters also use traps to catch wild boars. Trapping usually takes place during the day when they are less active, especially at night when wild boars are most active. When captured wild boars are detected, they will be harvested and eliminated. This process extends from rural areas to urban areas, helping to protect farmers' vegetation and property from destruction by wild boars. The swamp rat was introduced to California in the 1819s, quickly becoming a serious invasive problem. Outstanding fertility is one of the outstanding features of this species, with each female able to give birth to 6 to 12 offspring per litter. The combination of fertility and adaptation to a variety of habitats has made the marsh rat a significant threat to both forests and dry lands. California's coastal areas have abundant food sources, making them ideal hiding places for swamp rats. However, their destructive habits can have serious consequences, including digging to build nests and searching for food, leading to coastal erosion and endangering both communities and infrastructure. Swamp rats can also invade parks and natural areas, destroying natural landscapes and causing biodiversity problems. According to the California Department of Marine Conservation and Conservation, CDFW, swamp rats are one of the greatest threats to biodiversity in California and cause an estimated $100 million in economic losses per year, including damage to agriculture due to crop destruction. To control marsh rat populations, the California Department of Forestry and the California Department of Marine Conservation, CDFW, have implemented a hunting strategy in coastal and inland areas. These areas often have rich food sources and ideal living conditions for this mouse species. This strategy includes using boats to reach hard-to-reach areas, as well as using special glasses to search for marsh rats in grassy and shaded areas. The use of hunting equipment and rat detectors is important to ensure effective population control. Hunting tools with small caliber bullets are used mainly to catch rats. Hunters often move from other regions to these swamp areas to participate in hunting journeys. They move through dense grass to search for rats, and small boats help them reach and harvest the rats quickly. Swamp rats often have the habit of living in groups, so no place should be missed in their population control. Hounds have become an effective control method for marsh rat populations, especially in areas that are difficult for humans to reach by traditional means. They have the ability to detect traces of swamp rats, such as smells, noises, and footprints, and then chase and capture them to help hunters kill them. The fur of swamp rats helps dogs detect them, and their flexible and quick movement in swamp environments is a great advantage, helping them find and chase rats effectively. They are not only an effective tool in the strategy of controlling swamp rat populations, but also a testament to the cooperation between humans and animals in maintaining natural balance. With approximately 100,000 marsh rats hunted each year, California has achieved a significant reduction in marsh rat populations, estimated to be a 50% reduction. This is a significant achievement in population control and environmental protection. In recent years, positive results have been seen through the combination of hunting strategies and hunting safety controls. Safety always comes first, and boat use must be done with care. While using protective clothing and complying with regulations is important to ensure the safety and efficiency of the trip. Your California Swamp Hunt. The strategy for harvesting swamp rats after hunting often involves taking them home and processing them into special dishes. Have you ever tried eating mice? Their flavor is very unique and delicious. It feels like eating chicken. Using mouse traps is also an effective measure to partially control the swamp mouse population. These types of traps can be placed in areas frequented by rats, providing an additional layer of control for their populations. If you have any alternative strategies or insights to better control marsh populations, leave all your comments and thoughts below in the comments section. Wild rabbits have become a major problem in Australia, with millions of them widely distributed from grasslands to urban areas. Australian farmers are faced with the challenge of managing a large wild rabbit population, and the Australian government has implemented a range of measures to deal with this invasive situation. Please leave comment number 1 if you are excited about this content. The Australian government began its fight against wild rabbits in 1954 when it discovered an area with many remaining wild rabbits. The operation begins by using an earth blower to move rabbits from the enclosure to the surrounding area. Farmers also use agricultural products that rabbits like to poison them and spray them along grassy areas, while also placing alarms to warn of danger. After each day's campaign, they returned and harvested the rabbits, burying them in large numbers to reduce the wild rabbit population. However, after about 60 years, rabbit populations have increased rapidly, creating new challenges for farmers and the government. This demonstrates the complexity of managing and controlling wild rabbits in Australia. Each time female rabbits give birth, they can give birth to 5 to 10 baby rabbits, rapidly increasing the rabbit population and posing a challenge in population control. The Australian government developed the RHDV2 virus in 2017 to reduce rabbit populations. But the virus outbreak has brought new challenges as it spreads in wild rabbit populations and does not infect other animals, other objects. The primary method of dealing with Australia's millions of rabbits is through hunting. During the day, rabbits often hide in cages with their children to avoid danger, while at night, hunters use devices with heat sensors to find their location. The hunter's quietness and subtle technique are important when approaching and taking down rabbits. Over the course of about a week, they can hunt up to 100 rabbits. Rabbit hunting tricks require great concentration and skill on the part of the hunter. With the ability to move quickly and jump high, rabbits create challenges for hunters. After killing, the hunter harvests the rabbit again and moves to another area to continue hunting. This method has achieved positive results, reducing rabbit numbers by approximately 20 to 30% annually, helping to control the feral rabbit problem. In addition, the Australian government has implemented many other measures such as woven traps, hunting dogs in trap cages to minimize the negative impact of wild rabbits on the environment and agriculture. Weaving traps are the method used most common for dealing with wild rabbits. Together, these measures form a comprehensive strategy to deal with Australia's major rabbit population problem. Setting woven traps in Australia is a simple process that is often carried out in rabbit-infested areas such as grasslands and bush. Although this method is easy to use and low cost, there are disadvantages, including less effectiveness than cage traps and the potential for injury to rabbits. Greyhounds are useful tools for detecting and chasing rabbits, trained to signal hunters by barking. Hunters then use woven traps or guns to catch the rabbits, with hunting dogs helping guide them to the hiding rabbits. Rabbit cage traps are a more cost-effective method that work by keeping the rabbit trapped while trying to eat the food placed inside. Trap cages are often placed in areas with many rabbits, are highly effective and do not cause direct injury to rabbits. However, it requires higher technology and costs. The combination of woven traps, hunting dogs and trap cages is an effective method of dealing with wild rabbits in Australia. Lice traps are used to attract rabbits, and hunting dogs are deployed to chase and intercept rabbits. Then the trap cage is activated to capture the rabbits. When hungry, wild boars focus on cornfields, enjoying the delicious corn ears full of milk. Their destructive actions have many consequences, with wild boars ranked among the 100 worst invasive species worldwide. In 2007, researchers estimated that each wild boar caused $300 in damage per year, resulting in a large damage control and remediation cost in excess of $1.5 million per year. Their use of their noses to dig into the soil and turn it over in search of food sources changes the natural chemistry and nutrient cycles of the soil. The mixing of soil layers that frequently accompanies digging by wild boars has also altered plant communities, facilitating the establishment and spread of invasive plant species. Furthermore, wild boars directly contribute fecal bacteria to water sources, increasing sedimentation, increasing turbidity, changing pH levels, and reducing pollution levels. Since their introduction to the continental United States by Christopher Columbus, the number of feral swine across the United States has increased to 9 million, creating significant challenges for American farmers, especially in Texas. From 1982 to 2016, the feral pig population increased from 2.4 million to about 6.9 million, with an estimated 2.6 million in Texas alone. Their continued expansion is fueled by high reproductive rates, diverse diets, and lack of natural predators. Wild boars' adaptability allows them to survive in a variety of environments, preferring to feed on seeds, plants, small insects, and even dead animals when their preferred foods are scarce. This food flexibility carries risks. as wild boars harbor a variety of bacteria and diseases that can potentially infect livestock. Among the many methods to control the wild boar population, trapping is the most effective, convenient, and cost-effective method. Thanks to advances in technology, traditional traps are quickly being replaced by more sophisticated models, thereby making traps the ultimate tool for effective population control. Although the use of trapping has proven to be the most effective method for large population reductions within the United States, its impact is often limited by the ability to deploy traps in remote areas, difficult to reach by means of transportation. After installation is complete, the hunter will spread bait inside the trap to attract wild boars. Popular grains include fermented corn, rice, sorghum or barley, acorns, overripe fruit, and honey. When caught in a trap, wild boars often panic, run back and forth, and even jump into the trap themselves to find a way to escape from it. Their lives often end with a gunshot, or they are sometimes bought by wild boar farms to process into high-value food. In 2021, approximately 20,889 feral hogs were captured in the state of Texas, accounting for 57% of all feral hogs removed. Deer, being delicate wild creatures, are increasingly becoming a significant challenge in the United States, especially in agricultural and urban areas. Farmers and hunters are facing formidable challenges in addressing this growing problem, facing economic losses and public safety issues caused by deer strikes on crops. The problem of deer invasion not only affects the economy and public security, but also poses many multidimensional problems that need attention. First, this organism can cause extensive damage to crops, livestock, and property, creating significant economic hardship for farmers and landowners. The total value of these losses has reached an alarming $1.5 billion by 2022. Highlighting the need for measures to address the problem beyond just the economic aspect. Furthermore, deer encroachment also threatens public safety, especially on roads. Deer-related traffic accidents contribute to approximately 200,000 each year, not only as a safety issue, but also as a threat to society. Hunting is considered a practical and effective solution for controlling the deer population. During the 2020 hunting season, more than 6.3 million white-tailed deer were harvested in the United States, clearly demonstrating the effectiveness of this management strategy. hunting can provide many benefits, such as creating income opportunities and contributing to the economy. There are also challenges and concerns. Issues such as environmental pollution, biodiversity loss, and public safety need to be managed responsibly and with practice to ensure that hunting remains a sound management tool. Collaboration between game farmers and wildlife management professionals is a key factor in addressing deer encroachment. Together, they can use new technology, such as animal tracking technology, to improve the effectiveness of deer control measures and minimize negative impacts on the environment and social communities. In this way, the combination of traditional hunting strategies and new technological advances can create a comprehensive and sustainable approach to solving the increasingly serious invasive deer problem in the United States. However, this does not mean that there are no challenges and concerns. One of the important aspects is the impact on the natural environment. A decrease in deer numbers can significantly affect the ecological balance, negatively affecting many other plant and animal species in the ecosystem. Conservation concerns are also a point of concern. Overhunting can put deer species in danger, posing a major challenge to biodiversity conservation. Performance controls need to be established to ensure that hunting does not have negative consequences for biodiversity. Impact on local communities is also an important aspect. Although deer hunting can bring income to some communities, it can also cause controversy with environmental conservation advocates. Information management and public education about the benefits and drawbacks of hunting are important. While deer hunting can be a useful means of population management, it is important to do it in a considered and sustainable manner. Performance control, environmental monitoring, and creating understanding within the community are decisive factors in ensuring that deer management meets both economic and environmental conservation needs. Animal tracking technology, such as GPS and other sensors, helps researchers accurately collect detailed data about aspects of deer life and biology. This information may include distance traveled, eating habits, living environment, and interactions with the surrounding environment. The use of live traps and tracking technology not only benefits research and conservation, but also helps reduce pressure and stress on deer as they are moved without causing pain or anxiety lost. This will not only improve the deer's quality of life, but will also promote progress in understanding the animal's behavior and biology. Deer cannot survive near valuable or planned tree plantings that people are developing. To protect crops, people often build a variety of fences, including wooden fences, rope fences, or other systems. This is to prevent deer from accessing and harming crops, protecting agriculture, and ensuring the sustainability of the ecosystem. Building a fence to prevent deer intrusion requires care to ensure its effectiveness and durability. It is important to determine the area that needs to be protected and plan specifically for the type of fence and its location. Construction material selection needs to be done carefully, in accordance with a specific environment and budget. If deer are capable of jumping high, the fence needs to be high enough to stop them. At the same time, for its effectiveness, the fence needs to be periodically inspected and maintained to ensure it functions properly and is not damaged. This not only protects the farm or garden from deer destruction, but also keeps the ecological environment in that area maintained in balance. Fences not only prevent deer access to plants and trees, but also help protect the environment. Maintaining balance between humans and nature is important, helping us and deer coexist without hurting each other. In short, deer population management requires an integrated strategy, combining traditional means such as hunting and more advanced methods, such as the use of live traps and tracking technology. Close cooperation between farmers, hunters, and wildlife managers, along with community awareness, will play a decisive role in finding sustainable and safe solutions to this growing problem. This becomes serious. Wild War and Deer Race is a musical picture that deals with the power and speed of confrontation in the wild. This could mean competition between species and the important role of strength and speed in determining survival. I understand that current solutions are affecting our ability to prevent the spread of some invasive species, and this may make it necessary to review those solutions. There can be different means to manage and protect the environment without affecting the natural development of populations. If you have any other opinion or solution that you believe is better, please share your opinion below so we can further discuss different ways to protect and maintain balance in the environment nature. Don't forget to support our channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing this video to spread the message to everyone around you. Nutrients are also an issue when it comes to carp, a common freshwater fish that poses a challenge to Mississippi. It was introduced from Europe in the 19th century to farm tilapia, but quickly became an invasive fish and created many local environmental problems. With about 100 million carp, they have a fast reproduction rate, as each female can lay up to 100,000 eggs at a time, and that has caused a sudden increase in the number of carps in a short period of time to affect Mississippi's biodiversity. To solve this problem, farmers are implementing a series of innovative measures to deal with invasive Asian fish in Mississippi. In particular, the use of woven nets has achieved higher and faster harvesting efficiency than other methods. They designed a special type of net, which helped them harvest fish effectively. By using nets, farmers can effectively catch fish in both compartments. The long net is fixed from one end of the bank and stretched across the other end. Once the net is deployed, the boat moves through and creates a powerful force impact, causing the Asian fish to move and be sucked into the net. The harvesting process takes place quickly. It only takes about 20 to 30 minutes to pick up the net, especially on days when the Asian fish invasion is strongest for about 3 days. With this measure, farmers successfully harvested 96,000 pounds of Asian fish, which is an effective and interesting solution to reduce their impact on the local environment. Harvested fish can be used for many different purposes, especially as a popular food source, and can be processed into many different delicious dishes.